Good Friday morning. Brace yourselves. The heat and, yes, the humidity will be making a comeback over the next several days. Thankfully, though, most of the upcoming weekend looks like it's going to be spared, at least from the humidity part. So that's some good news. 82 degrees was our high yesterday, a low of 52. And notice, yes, we're still running well below average in our rainfall. A flip story from really the month of May that saw more rain than we needed, but already through June, not really seeing quite enough. A lot of dry yards, I'm sure, that you've seen across the area, and certainly needing to water a lot more frequently, and it looks like we'll need to continue that over the next several days to come yet. We do have one small chance for rain today, and that comes in the form of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms that'll build this afternoon. And then we get into a very hot weekend ahead for us, and that humidity, yes, it will be making a comeback in a big way, especially as we head in towards the beginning of next week. And this is really going to be the story again this weekend and into much of the early next week anyway. An area of high pressure to our south pumping in a southerly breeze. Notice the large area of 100 is expected in the Central Plains, where they will be baking in the heat this weekend. Here we'll be in the 80s, transitioning into some 90s, especially once we hit Sunday. I think that's when we see the 90s settle in quite quickly here. Now, the humidity, thankfully, is going to remain in check. Notice for both Saturday and Sunday, the upcoming weekend, our temperature and heat index values very close to each other, if not the same. But once we get in towards Monday and Tuesday, that's when we build in some more moisture into the air, and that's going to send our heat indexes rather well into the lower 100s, about 102 for Monday and about 100 degrees for Tuesday. So very important this weekend, even though we don't have the humidity around Saturday and Sunday. If you are going to be outdoors for a prolonged period of time, you'll still want to make sure you keep yourself hydrated. Plenty of non-alcoholic beverages, water, Gatorade, those sports drinks, those work perfectly. And then as we get towards next week, also keep that in mind, as well as you can get heat stress and heat stroke quite easily when we see values like this. So it's a little bit early in the season yet for this to occur, and might be a telltale sign of the summer that we have yet to get into here in the next couple of weeks. But certainly temperatures will be heating up, so keep that in the back of your mind as you're outdoors this weekend. Stay hydrated. Looking for middle to upper 80s today. Most of us right around 86 degrees. Will build those puffy cumulus clouds in the afternoon. Those will eventually lead to some rain chances, which will provide a little relief from the warmth today. Thankfully, though, we do have a bit of a breeze, so I think things will remain quite comfortable outside today. We'll keep that comfort right on into the first part of the weekend, even though we're up to 94 on Sunday. Again, the humidity much lower compared to what we're going to see towards the beginning of next week. We're up to 95 degrees, hot and humid on Monday. Same thing for Tuesday. Both days likely featuring heat index values close to 100 degrees. Really not a whole lot of rain chances on this forecast. The entire weekend is dry. Most of the beginning of next week looks absolutely dry because it's so hot. Really no rain chance coming in until Wednesday, and right now that's even questionable. So a lot more watering yet to do, and certainly going to need to keep watering as we head in towards next week as the dry conditions continue. And we'll keep temperatures up there too, well into the upper 80s, if not close to 90 degrees, and a lot of warm nights, lows not getting out of the lower 70s, it looks like, for several days next week. The full forecast is always on SaukValleyWeather.com, and of course our new mobile app, which you can now get through Android or Apple. Make sure and download that for free today. Have a great weekend.